Was it appropriate for Speaker Johnson to show up at the trial of the former president today?
So look, I can't speak to, don't want to comment, obviously, as this is related to 2024 elections, and I can't speak to the speaker's schedule. That is something for him to decide on, and let's not forget, this is also connected to a independent judicial process, so going to be really mindful, and he makes his choices on what he does, you know, with his business. That is his choice to be made. What I can speak to is obviously what the president is speaking to today as it relates to 301 tariffs, making sure that he's protecting American workers, protecting American businesses, making sure that when we're allowed to compete in a fair way, we can thrive. And that's what you heard from this president. And what we've learned and we've seen from what the speaker is obviously leading in with congressional Republicans is that they want to cut Medicare, they want to cut they want to cut Social Security, they want to get rid of things that the American people truly care about. And so our focus is going to continue to build an economy from the bottom up, the middle out, this is something that we can speak to. I think the contrast between what we do here and what Republicans, more broadly, Republicans in Congress do is, I think, couldn't be more stark.
Can I ask you if there's any administration reaction to Georgia's passage of the foreign influence law today? And will there be any ramifications for the U.S.-Georgia relationship if it is in fact enacted?
So I do have a statement from us on this. We're deeply troubled by Georgia's Kremlin-style foreign agents legislation, which just passed, as you just stated, Parliament, and we expect the president to veto it. While it is unclear whether Parliament will try to override a potential veto, we have been outspoken about our concerns with the legislation, which runs counter to democratic values and would move Georgia further away from the values of the European Union, and let's not forget also NATO. The Georgian people have been making their views known about this legislation, protesting in the streets, as you all have been reporting. This weekend, we saw some of the largest protests in Georgia's history, with tens of thousands of peaceful protesters undeterred by intimidation tactics, telling their government to oppose this legislation because they want Euro-Atlantic future. We will see what the Parliament does, but if this legislation passes, it will compel us to fundamentally reassess our relationship with Georgia.